Yo, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? It's your boy Devin Baptiste representing Black Diamond FX, back again with another video. All right. So, on tonight's video, what I want to do is I want to dive a little deeper into an area of ICC where a lot of people seem to be having problems. All right. And that's the area in between the correction and the continuation. All right. And that's the area where I normally like to enter my trades. A lot of people, they're having problems finding their entries. All right. They don't know how to, they don't know what to look for. All right. So tonight, that's what I will be doing. All right. Um, and I'm not just going to focus on the entry. We're going to look at the correction coming back into the range to internal range liquidity, all right, and the entry as well. And of course, from the entry leads to continuation. But more specifically, the correction back inside of the range, all right, and the entry, all right. Now, I don't know how many of you understand trading ranges. I think I mentioned this in one of my other videos. But when the price is trending, let's say we're on a downtrend. All right. You're going to get boom, 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 boom. All right. It's going to look something like that. Now, every time we break a structure, a new range is going to be formed. Watch this. So we got the initial range from this high. All right. That high to this low. All right. And then what happens is price will retrace back inside of the range. All right. This is internal. When you hear me say internal range liquidity, that means there's liquidity somewhere in between this high and this low. Now, that can be fair value gaps, that can be order blocks, that can also be those internal highs and lows that are made. All right, because understand in a range like this, you have something like this going on as well. All right. You want something like boom, boom. You have those smaller, right? Let me make this a little smaller for you guys, just so you can differentiate. All right. So you also have smaller ranges. In each range, there's a smaller range. All right. Just like this part, this here from here to here, this would be one leg. This would be a range. This whole thing would be arranged in a bigger range. All right. But it's whatever is your higher time frame, that's going to be the ranges that you use. So say this is the 1 hour. Okay, so look, we got our range coming, starts up here, break structure, boom. All right, pulls back to internal liquidity. All right, now where you looking, if you're looking at this right here, all right, let's say for instance, you're looking for an ICC setup. All right, and you see this and you say, oh, we got indication. We got indication, right? Right up in there. All right. So price broke this and gave us a bearish indication. All right. As price starts to correct, you start looking for areas within the range from the high to the low where liquidity is, where price can potentially give you an entry. All right. Now you see I have my 50 EMA on. This will help because a lot of times you're going to see price is going to bounce off the 50 moving average. All right. It's not going to be like that all the time, but sometimes you're going to get lucky and it's going to be right inside your order block or fair value gap. It's going to bounce right off of it inside your order block or your fair value gap. Easy trade. All right. Now let's look at this. So price is corrected. So what we are looking for, internal range liquidity, right? Like I said, highs, lows, fair value, order blocks. So we're gonna look at all of them. Find your liquidity. We got order block there. All right. We got fair value gap here. In between this wick and this wick, you can mark it with a line if you want. I don't normally mark my fair value gaps because I know what they will look like. All right. Fair value. And you also have this high, this internal high right here. Okay. So remember I said price is going to go to internal liquidity. Where did we go? We swept this high and we went just tapped inside fair value. Yes, price could have went up here into the order block, but it didn't. Fair value and it swept this high right here. All right. Now that's correction. This is our internal liquidity. Now you like, okay, it hit this. How do I know when to get in the trade? All right. So here's what I'm gonna show you exactly what I do. Once you spot that internal range liquidity, and once price gets there, now you want to go to that lower time frame and start dialing in. All right. So I would drop to the 15-minute first. Let's look at the 15-minute. All right. And you can see this was the high right here. All right. And on that higher time frame, this was fair value in between here and here. All right. Let's go to the 5-minute. Now remember, we're looking for price came up here. We inside that. We inside liquidity. What specifically are we looking for? We looking for bearish price action. And when I say bearish price action, remember on the 1 hour, we had on the 1 hour, we got indication, correction, continuation. Well, guess what? On the 5-minute, 3-minute, you look for the same thing, and that's what you use to enter off of. All right. Let's take a look. So this is the point right here. We have no bearish price action coming. All this is bullish. None of these lows got broken. We're making higher highs. We had consolidation. We're looking for bearish price action. Let's go to the 3-minute. All right. Watch this. Y'all will see. Y'all are going to see. 3. And what about the 1? The 1 might, I hope the 1 show me. Let's see. It's hard to see. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to scroll all the way back on the 1. I hope I can. Let's see. Come on, come on. I might have to find another example if this doesn't work. Let's see. Gotta scroll all the way back. Oh, almost there. There we go. Ooh, right here. Yep. Okay. Now let's look at what we got. Remember, I said we look for the same thing, right? Lower time frame. This is all the way on the 1 minute. And then you probably can already see it. 1 minute. Bearish price action. What's the bearish price action? Bearish indication. Look at this. Broke what we got right here. This our low here. This our high. This is the low that created that high right there. All right. So the range goes from where? From here to down here. All right. What do we have? Fair value gap right here. See that fair value gap between here and here? Or you can, let's see, you probably can just, yeah, fair value from here to here. And then look what's happened. This is your bearish indication. This is your correction. All right. Once price come in here, you can get in your trade. Put your stop loss up here. Watch this. Let me show you something. You get in, say for instance, this is your fair value gap. Price start coming. All right. Let's say you mark 50% of the fair value gap. Let's say right here to there. Let me switch this around a little bit. Use the premium and discount. See 50%. So let's say you enter at 50% of your fair value. You put your stop loss at the top right here, top of your smaller time frame range. And guess what? Your target is still that higher time frame target. Watch. Let me show you. Come on. Let's see where we was. Oh, that's way I was down. Here I'm gonna have to go down a little bit. Right up in there. Hold up. Risk to reward. Right there. All right. So your target was still the low of the range right here. All right. And then look what happened. Let's go back to the 3 minute. Let me stretch it out a little bit. Hold on. All right. There we go. Look at that. To the low of that range right there. This is from, you would have got any trade around, it came down up here. This was around 8:36 a.m. to 9:18 a.m., less than an hour. All right. And that's NQ. All right. Y'all want to know how much money you could have made on that trade? Let's take a look. We go do one contract. Well, this is a micro. Let's do 10. 10 micros, which equals 1 mini. All right. And you're taking it from 25,606.75. All right. You take profit was at 25,368.5. 368.5. Look at that. $4,765 with 1 mini. 1 mini. And even if you do 5 micros, just cut it in half. Just cut it in half. $2,350. Let's say 350, a little more than that. 2,350, 2,350, somewhere around there. 23, 24. All right. Even if you use 5 micros, you still made over $2,000. All right, in less than an hour. All right. But that's what I wanted to show you guys. Let's see if we could do one more. Let's erase this. Let's do it on a different one. Let's try like gold or silver. Because that's what I trade. Gold, silver, ES, and NQ. All right. Let's take a look at gold. What I got on gold, 1 hour. All right. So this was a gold setup I had. I was looking at it going up. Let's erase this. All right. Let's see. Let's see if we could find some ICC. I want to see a good one. I want to see a real good one. If you see one and it don't look too good, leave it alone. If it's hard to, if it's hard for you to get a grasp on it, leave it alone. Don't mess with it. Let's look at silver. All right. Okay, let's look at silver right here. So let's go to silver's going up, boom, boom, nothing there. We get boom, boom. All right. Let's look at this right here. We came up, we pulled back. Now remember, when I mark mine, I always mark the pullbacks. All right. And you see this one, I'm on a 4 hour. You can go on the 4 hour, 1 hour, on any other higher time frames. They work. All right. So we have bullish indication. We can clearly see we're in an uptrend. We got bullish indication. All right. As a matter of fact, we can mark this for the next one, the next opportunity we get. All right. So I marked the start of the pullback and the end of the pullback. All right. And then as price starts coming down, where is the internal range liquidity? All right. So price starts coming down. This little fair value gap was already taken out in full. This one here, not in full. All right. And look what happens. Price came all the way down. This is your fair value. You came, I'm gonna mark it from here to the bottom of that wick that tapped in already. There. All right. Boom. That's your fair value. Came, tap down in it. Remember, internal range. Internal range. Price, you want price to retreat back inside. Okay? Back inside. As it's retreating, you're looking for that fair value gap. You're looking for that order block. You're looking for that internal. If this market is going up, it's probably going to be internal lows that you're looking for. All right? Now, you go to the lower time frame. and you look for your entry. All right. So let's ease on down. That's the 1 hour. Let's go to the 15 minute. All right. Let's go to the 5. Bear with me. Bear with me. What we got on the 5. All right. So once price get there, we're going to start looking for some bullish price action, right? We want to see some bullish price action. Now, what do we have? All right. So we made this low right here. Then we started making higher lows. All right. And then look at what we got. Let's go to the 3. I think the 3 gonna get us something a little more clear. Watch this. Hey, while y'all waiting for me to scroll, go ahead and hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. And if you're looking for a prop firm to trade with, my link's in the description. Trade day 40% off. That's my number one right now. That is my number one. Check this out. Boom. Here we go. All right. So look what we got. This was the low point right here. Price started to move away. Boom, 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 boom. Came all the way back down here. All right. But look at this. Now, I don't know if you guys know about order blocks and rejection blocks, but this right here, when you see that long wick right here, when nothing else really coming into it, this is called a rejection block. All right. And a rejection block is real similar to an order block. If I can go down lower than the 1 minute time frame, you would see that is nothing but an order block. All right. But I can't go any lower. But look at what we got. Remember what I said. You enter the same way, the exact same way. So look, where is the indication? Right here. Got indication there. Look, because it closed on the outside. See, barely, but it did. Now, look at this. Correction back down into where? Liquidity. Y'all don't think we got liquidity down there? It's small, but it's a little tiny fair value between here, market, between there and there. Fair value. Look what happened. Put your stop loss down here, getting your trade right there. Let's see how much money you would have made if you would have got in. Let's say right up there. So you buying. Let's just see. Let's go to a higher time frame. Reset my chart. See, where was it? Over. This way. Hold on. Get this off the screen. All right. So we would have gotten in down here. Our target was this high up there. Watch this. Tell me y'all can't make no money like this. So buy, limit, micro silver futures. All right. Let's do 10 micros. 10 will represent 1 minute. All right. So you got in at 61.36. 1.36. Take profit is at, what is this? 65.075. 5.075. $37,000. Man. Now, the only problem with this is you would only be able to take this either in your own account or in a prop firm that offers swing trading because this goes into, see this divider right here? This goes into day number 2. All right. So if you see this happening and then price, because price just kind of like just move to the side, but still you get out your trade when you get out your trade and profit and get in at another opportunity. All right. Now you wouldn't make the whole 37,000, but you still make a good bit. This is still below 50%. So you're still making over 15,000, at least 15,000. You know what I'm saying? And then look, still right here. From here, look, even up to here. This is good profit. Get out, and then look, it finally hit. You had a big old retracement here, and it finally hit right there, 37,150. All right. I just wanted to show that to you guys. All right. Practice it in your paper trading accounts. Let me know what you think. If you like this video, please subscribe. Please hit that thumbs up. Show some love. Use my links. All right. My affiliate links. And I will holler at you guys later. Deuces.